add to a little bit of our Koreadathon culture this week, we decided to go to an Asian market in downtown Bellingham and pick up some treats, which we thought would be a lot of fun. So right now I want to try something. We've got shrimp crackers, which in the Dragon Pearl, the kids eat a lot of shrimp crackers. So that was kind of fun to read about. It made me like, oh, I want to try some shrimp crackers. And then I also got, this one sounded like a lot of fun. These are cuttlefish snacks. So they're made with cuttlefish, which you know is like a squid. So it should be interesting to try these and see what those are all about. We also got some instant noodles, and I got this one that has the bull cheese because in the Cinderella and the Four Knights, they eat this instant noodle at the convenience store with the cheese added to it, so I thought that would be fun to try. I got some choco pies.
Eating a little something with our coffee this morning while I read In Order to Live. It's got a little bit of marshmallow there in the center, and then it's surrounded by chocolate. The cookie part, or the biscuit part's a little dry, but that's why I wanted to drink it with coffee to see how it tasted. Let's see.
My favorite is the custard cakes. These are so good. My new obsession. We've been eating them with our coffee in the mornings, and they're so delicious.
And this is what the custard cake looks like on the inside. I think of what it tastes like, but I can't think of right now. The custard itself has a very specific flavor. It reminds me of like a soft serve ice cream.
Here goes. So we got the spicy ones, and they're really not really spicy. I don't really taste the shrimp either, but they're nice. They've got a good crispness to them. They're well seasoned. Oh, there, I could taste some of the shrimp on that one. I think the shrimp seasoning is actually like the seasoning on it, so it's not like baked into the crisp, or it doesn't seem to be. Those are tasty. And now I'm gonna try the cuttlefish ones.
Ooh, the second I open them, I could smell that fishy smell. That fishy smell.
They taste good. They've got a nice salt to them. I can smell it. But I don't yet taste the squid flavor. I mean, I can really smell it, but I don't taste it that much. I don't taste like a distinct squid flavor. They taste really good though. Nice and crunchy. They have kind of a corn taste to them. We actually did try one other ramen yesterday, and I'll put a little clip of the preparation of that here. It was a seafood flavor, super strong seafood, so spicy. I was dying. Mom handled it better than I did. It was really spicy. And I like spicy food somewhat, but this was spicy. Delicious, very flavorful, but holy cow, my mouth is on fire. So that was fun. It's been fun trying some different snacks, and I'm thinking about getting some hite, some Korean beer to enjoy while I'm reading my Korean reads. I'm gonna go continue reading. I'm on Silence of Bones right now, and so far this is my favorite book of the 3 books that I've been reading. So I'm excited, and I'll talk a little bit more about the books that I've read. I've read Dragon Pearl, I've read In Order to Live, and now I'm on the Silence of Bones. I'll talk a little bit about them more when I am eating my Korean dinner from the restaurant. So I'll keep you posted. Okay, so tonight, there's actually this place called K-Pop. I think it's K-Pop Chicken and things. I'll list it right here. It's a Korean fusion place that does fried chicken, and the most amazing thing that they do are these crispy corn dogs. So we got crispy corn dogs, and then I also got the K-pop burger, which has bulgogi sauce and kimchi mayo. So I'll show you what I got. Okay, so this is the crunchy corn dog, which is so good. And this is the K-pop burger that has bulgogi sauce on it and the kimchi mayo, which looks delicious. So I'm excited about this. Then it's got a little sesame salad that comes with it. Okay, so I am eating the other noodles today. This is the one with the cheese. And holy crap, it's also, I need to pay attention when I grab these noodles because I need to pay attention if it says spicy or not. It is so spicy. In fact, I actually put a little bit of Greek yogurt into it to try and cool it down a bit. So good. Flavor's really nice. There's a lot of flavor, but spicy. Even if you... Apparently, I am a super wimp because that's my lips. Today, I'm working on Silence the Bones. I'm at the very, very end, and I'm so excited. This book is fantastic. I can't wait to talk a little bit about it. We should be ordering Korean food tonight, and then I'll sit down and talk a little bit about the books I've read. After this is done, spicy. After this one is done, I'm gonna start on The Good Son, which is also a murder mystery thriller. Oh, so I didn't get to give like a little bit of a description of what that was, but I read the back of the book, and it looks like The Good Son is about a young boy who ends up having seizures. Well, he has seizures, and he wakes up to his mom being murdered. And he doesn't really have much memories of it. He has memories of something, but he's not quite sure what it was. And so he has to try and figure out what exactly happened to his mom. And it kind of goes into a bit about, I think, about their history and some issues in the family. So that one's gonna be exciting. This one's very, very exciting. I think it's a very complex murder mystery, and I just really, really enjoying it. So I'm gonna continue reading. I'm going to continue burning my mouth off. Tastes good, so good. And then I'll move on to the next book. All right, so now we've got our wonderful Korean dinner. I just finished Silence of the Bones. The Silence of Bones. And I'm still kind of, I've needed a little bit of time to really decide whether or not I want to give it a 4.75 or a 5. It's leaning closer to 5 now. So, sometimes you need a little time to think about it. And since I'm reading from one book to the next book to the next book, I'm giving myself a little time to think. But this might be a 5-star book. So, anyways, the restaurant that we ordered takeout from was called Yoon-Ha, and it's a Korean place that I'd heard about that's in downtown Bellingham, but I'd never tried it yet. So, this is the perfect time to do it. And we got... What did we get? We got bulgogi bibimbap, which looks really good. And so basically this is like a barbecued, Korean style barbecued beef. And then I think there's rice, this beautiful little egg. There's the beef. There's also kale and spinach and some mushrooms. And yeah, so that's one of our dinner items. And then the other one, they gave us and then this is, so when you go to a lot of Korean restaurants, or at least the ones I've been to, especially the tofu house where they give you the soups and bowls, they give you little appetizers on dishes. I don't remember what it's called, there's a name for it, but they give you like separate little dishes with appetizers. So usually there's like a kimchi, and then there's some kind of pickle. This looks like pickled cabbage and pickled carrots. And then this almost looks like ginger. Really sweet, but good.
Is it ginger?
I don't know if it's ginger. I don't think it's ginger.
It's not pickle.
What is that? But I can't think of what it is. So anyways, that's our little appetizers. So that's awesome that they send you that, because those are free. Those are on top of whatever you get. And then the other thing I got was and I can't remember the name of it, but it is a pancake. And this is a kimchi pancake. So it looks like they use kimchi and they mix it with egg and turn it into like this little pancake. It looks really good. So then there's a dipping sauce there, but those are our kimchi pancakes with onions and delicious stuff, and I'm so excited. So let's try it.
We didn't get any Korean beer, did we?
We did not pick up any Korean beer, but there's still one more day of Koreadathon. We may get some tomorrow. Okay, so that's maybe one of my only complaints for this place is that there is a lot of other stuff.
Because I took only a little bit of it because there didn't appear to be much, and there's not much left for you.
Yeah, so there's really not much beef.
So it's more of a vegetable dish.
Well, it's not supposed to be, so, so. The vegetables are good, though. They got a lot of,
Look at the mushrooms. Did you get
Yeah,
those?
I got a couple mushrooms. They've got a lot of soy. They use sesame oil. The ingredients are all really fresh. And they're good.
So delicious.
Let me try the kimchi pancake. Very good.
That's so good.
Yeah, it's
What's
got.
the
You can
red
taste
stuff?
it's kimchi.
I mean, is that why that's at that color?
Yeah, it's because of the kimchi.
Wow, it's good.
Yeah, so let's see it with vinegar / soy sauce. It's really good. And then some of the little sides.
Sides were good. I don't eat raw because I love cream. Make it again.
And finally some kimchi. Which if you don't know is, well, fermented. So it's fermented cabbage and other like vegetables. So really good food. I agree with Mom. The pancakes are fantastic, especially with the dip. The bulgogi everything tastes really good on there. It's very fresh. However, the beef is minimal. Like, for one, they're really small pieces, and two, you only get like 5 of them. So that's really disappointing. So it's like because it's
all
not
about the beef, isn't
wasn't
it?
super expensive, but it was expensive enough that we should be getting. Yeah, it's all about the beef. Anyways, beef bulgogi is about beef.
And then they gave us this whole thing.
Yeah,
full
we got tons of rice, we got tons of vegetables, all really good, except there should be a little more than the few pieces of, I don't even know if there's a full ounce of beef here. I don't think so. So, that's a bummer. But other than that, this place is fantastic. I would definitely go again.
I love the pancakes. I may not be as crazy about the other dish, but the pancakes, the bulgogi, but the orange bun cakes are so good. I can't stop eating them.
Life has been very interesting lately, and this has been a really nice week, honestly, doing this Koreadathon. It's given me something else to focus my attention on, and it's been nice to get some good reads in. Well, so far, I've had a lot of fun kind of going through these books and reading things that I haven't read in a while. Because even though I read a lot of nonfiction, I don't really read a lot of memoirs. So I guess I'll kind of start talking about that a little bit. This book about Yeonmi Park, she's famous for her activism to try and get help for North Koreans that are well, in a lot of ways dying in North Korea because the conditions have been so awful and she's gone through so much. It really is a memoir about her story from living in North Korea and her experience there, then her escape, and then moving into South Korea, which is interesting because, I liked that they continued on and told about her experience in South Korea because, you think, you're in safety, everything's all done. But the reality is that, as a survivor, as somebody who's going through something completely different and new, it takes time to adjust. Very good book. And it's also written in a way that's very easy to read. So this was a very quick read. Dragon Pearl. Same situation as I kind of when I was first talking about this book. You get to experience a lot of the mythology, and it really does make you want to learn more about Korean mythology. That being said, the character doesn't really grab me. The story didn't really grab me. I know it's middle grade, but I've read other middle grades that were really outstanding and at least were really exciting. I just didn't really get into this or the characters. So it wasn't awful. I gave it 3 stars, I think. Oh, and by the way, I gave this one, In Order to Live, I gave this 4 stars. And I gave this 3 stars, and I feel like I enjoyed it. I read it. It was a quick read. It was a nice way to start my Koreadathon. It wasn't more than a 3 for me. I guess that's... What did you think, Mom?
I think I gave it a 3.5 because I like science fiction. I like fantasy, and it did have the fantasy portion of it. There was a lot of great ideas in there, but I don't know that all of them flowed really well together. So it kind of just hopped from thing to thing to thing to thing. And even though there was excitement of traveling the universe, it wasn't the best sci-fi book I've read, but it was interesting, and definitely the mythology was really good. She's a fox, which I'm Native American, and foxes are wily and tricksters in our culture, and it was fun to find out that foxes are the same in other cultures, their mythology. So it was really fun to read that part of it.
I guess the other thing I can point out about Dragon Pearl is that despite the fact that there was so much adventure and so many things happening, it wasn't that exciting. Maybe that's what it is. Like, it just wasn't as exciting as I wanted it to be. So finally, I'm going to talk about Silence of the Bones a little bit. Not too much, because I think you should read this. It is so good. I read that it's a young adult mystery, and I guess I could see that, because the main character is 16 years old. See, quiet. The main character is 16 years old. It didn't read like a young adult, and what I can say about this first and foremost is that her writing is beautiful. I was telling Mom the other day that I really can't stand when writers are so adjective heavy and descriptive that it just feels forced. When it feels like they don't know how to use them right, it kind of bothers me. However, she paints this beautiful picture, and she does it in a way that just, it works out perfectly. Her writing is, like I said, is beautiful. She's if anything could be said for her, she's a beautiful, beautiful writer. I liked the characters. They grabbed me from the beginning. That's important for me. I'm very character driven. The story is very complex. Like, the mystery itself is very complex. There's a lot going on. You do figure some of it out on your own, but at the same time, it's just so well done. I really, really liked it. I every time I think about it, it was one of those books where I kept putting it down, not because I couldn't read it much more, but because I was like, I don't want to rush through this book. This book is so good that it deserves my time. And I know that I'm kind of not rushing through these books, but I'm reading them as fast as I can to get through this book readathon. And so luckily, I had to buy this because it's so brand new. It came out April 21st. I had to buy this, so I'm like really excited about that, because this is a book that I would definitely keep, and I will be keeping, and then I will come back to it and I will reread it, because I feel like this is the kind of book that you can savor. It's so good. That so far is my favorite, and then I am just starting The Good Son. I had a hard time getting going on this right after finishing Silence of the Bones, so we're actually watching an episode of Cinderella and the Four Knights right now, and then I'm going to start The Good Son. This looks like it's going to be a quick read. It's very large print. I'm guessing this is also a young adult mystery, is my guess. He's a young boy, and the way it looks like it's written, it looks like a young adult book. So I'm excited to start that. Another murder mystery should be fun. It's a beautiful day, so I'm out here on my patio just enjoying the sun and the trees. So I'm reading The Good Son, and I'm not quite halfway in yet. It's a quick read though, because it's not a very long book and it's got very large font, which made me assume incorrectly that it might be a young adult book. This is definitely not a young adult book. It's very complicated and disturbing. I don't know how disturbing yet. Well, it's very disturbing. I mean, there's a big murder and they go into detail about it. But I haven't quite figured it out yet. There's definitely a lot of mystery. At first, when I was reading the writing style, it was a little choppy and I wasn't crazy about it. And I was wondering if maybe that had to do with the translation. However, I'm starting to get into it more. It's not feeling as choppy. And it's exciting. I guess I can say that. I kind of want to see where this is going. Is it as great as, say, like some of the other books I read? Probably not, but a good murder mystery is always exciting. And so I'm just enjoying day 7, relaxing out here and reading my book and looking at the beautiful flowers, spending time with Cease. Okay, so I just finished The Good Son. Definitely a thriller. Definitely a thriller. So if you're looking for something exciting that'll keep you on your toes, that's probably a good book. I think I'd give it about a 3-star. I enjoyed it. I actually enjoyed it more than I thought I was going to starting it. So to finish out this wonderful Koreadathon, we couldn't find any Korean beer, and the guy at Bevmo said they don't really have a lot of Korean beer they sell here. And we're in Bellingham, where there's just not very many options. So I got some soju. So this stuff is heavy duty, 20% alcohol. And I haven't tried any soju yet. So let's see how it goes. I don't know if you're supposed to have it cold or not. Doesn't have too much of a flavor. There's like a little bit of sweetness on the tongue when you first try it. but there's no aftertaste, so it doesn't have a very strong... You want to try it?
What do you think of soju, Mom?
Well, I like sweet, so it's not bad.
Yeah, it's got a little bit of a sweetness at the beginning.
Like a sweet water, but then you get that alcohol taste.
This has been a lot of fun. I've really enjoyed my Koreadathon. I hope you've enjoyed it too. So we've been doing this challenge, which is like 30 for 30, and it's 30 minutes of exercise for 30 days. And so every day we have to get 30 minutes of exercise in. One of the things we've enjoyed doing is just dancing. So we'll do like 10 minutes of dancing, like heavy, hard dancing to music, and then do another 10 minutes. So since we started Koreadathon, I thought it would be a lot of fun to do dancing to K-pop dance music. So we have been doing that, and I'll put a little clip here of us being silly and dancing to K-pop. You may not get to this Koreadathon obviously in time because it's pretty much over. However, I think this is a fun activity if you and your family wanted to do something different while you're staying at home or limiting travel. You can definitely set up something like this. Take some other opportunity to visit another country from your own home. And there's so many ways you can do it. There's restaurants, there's books, there's movies, there's music, there's a lot of different things that you can do to try and experience a different culture and get a little bit of that travel bug out of your system, especially in a time when we're not doing too much traveling. If you enjoyed it, click the like button and subscribe right now. Coming up soon, we're gonna be doing a big scavenger hunt that I'll talk about a little bit, and I think I'm gonna try and vlog some of that, so you'll get to see what that's all about. So anyways, thank you again. Click the subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you'll know the next time a video comes up. All right, bye.